Okay. I wanted to start over really to tell you what I was saying because you couldn't hear everything I was saying. Because I accidentally put my hand over the mic. Sorry about that. What I was saying was that I remember jumping out of the window with my husband. I was in a Century Hotel on Century Boulevard in Inglewood, and he was there with me, and so was my mom. My mom and my brother was staying in the hotel too, but I think we had our own room, and then he was getting ready to go home to his mother or something. I forgot what happened, but he came and he started to go someplace to go, and he was going out the window. He said he was going to jump out the window. I said, "What?" And he jumped out the window, and I saw wings come out of him, and then he landed on his feet downstairs. And then he said, "Come on, you can do it." He said, "You can do it, you can do it." He said I could do it because I had showed him the fire in my mouth. I had a fire in my throat. I don't know if it's there now, but I don't think it is. But it used to be a flame in my fire, a fire in my mouth, in my throat. And I had asked Jehovah to give me that if I was one of the anointed to do that, to give me a sign to help me know. And other things have happened to me. I've seen other things since then. But I also said that he would change his ministers into a flame of fire, his spirits and his ministers into a flame of fire in Hebrews chapter 1, verse, I think it's 7. 7 or, let's see. I think it's Hebrews chapter, Hebrews chapter Hebrews chapter 1. Hold on, sorry. Hebrews chapter 1, verse, it says in Hebrews chapter 1, verse 7, it says, also he says about the angels, he makes his angel spirits and his ministers a flame of fire. And that's what I had turned into, a flame of fire. I remember that. Okay, you're going to take my sugar again, right? And so, also, after he had done that, he was, after I had done that, I had landed on my feet and I was walking. What's my sugar? 218? That's all? Oh, 218, not 118. I'm thinking you're saying 218. Okay, yeah. $218. You have to give it to me again?
Yeah, you get 120.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I have to write this down. I have to write this down on my vital signs. I'm gonna do this right quick. 218, I think she said. Or what, the 216? No, she said 218. 218. I don't even know what it was for dinner. Let's see. No, she didn't tell me what it was for dinner. If she did, I forgot. 218. And, what else I need to hear? And nobody took my sugar, my vital signs today. I have to keep on them sometimes. I have to keep on them because they won't do it. She doesn't take my vital signs. But anyway, so then I started thinking. I started saying to myself, was this a man or an angel? Where did he get his power from? Maybe he really was anointed and Jehovah gave him power to do that. Or maybe my mother was telling me he wasn't baptized. He wasn't one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, and you married him and all that kind of stuff. It turned out that he told me that my husband, which was Michael Jackson before that in 2007. 2007. 2008, 1983 to 2007. Oh, wait, 2007, 2008, 2007, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait a minute. 2007, 2008, 1983, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 89, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 10, 20, 25 years, I believe, that I was married to Michael. And he didn't give me any kind of attention like we were married. He didn't tell people that we were married. He would just get his ecstasy when he was with me when I was having his children. And he corrected me when I was in Long Beach Assembly, the arena in Long Beach. He corrected me and told me that we and him have only 5 children. I had counted 13. I have at least 13 children that they've come. I guess since it wasn't him, he said 5. I must have accidentally been with some other men because I thought he knew how to change his looks too, like my second husband did, and my second husband told me that in his Bible, he showed me in his Bible what it wrote. And I don't know why, but maybe this woman that cast a spell on me might have cast a spell on him too to make us believe this, because people say they didn't find that in their Bible. And it said, in our Bible, it said that the most popular performer's wife managed to marry her sons as husbands. And I got married twice after Michael Jackson. I believe I was married twice after I had got divorced from Michael Jackson. And I'm not sure, but I think people aren't telling me what I did with my life. I don't know. Even though they see it in dreams, I guess they don't want to tell me. I don't know why, but whatever. These people like just figure, oh, they're very sensitive. They act like, well, if they don't like you and I don't like you and all this kind of stuff. But people don't like Jehovah's Witnesses because Jehovah's Witnesses have the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to have to stop their lives and live a life like Jehovah wants them to live. So, or they don't want to find out what he wants because they don't want to have to jeopardize or sacrifice anything for God, which is sad, but that's what that is. Many times I have my own selfish desires wanting to do things myself in my life. But I have to pray to Jehovah to help him make me strong and help him keep me going. Help him keep me in his in his organization here on earth, in his kingdom here on earth. And I hope to. Well, anyway, so I know that my dad has told me too. He's told me before he died. He told me, Desiree, I know that for a fact that the man has tampered with the Bible. He says, I know for a fact. And he knows because I remember when we were driving in the boonies out somewhere, and we were going to a outside mall, and the mall had a theater, a walk-in theater, and here was a lot of area of parking lot, and we were driving in the parking lot. There wasn't hardly any cars anywhere, and there in front of us was the Satan, the devil himself, the dragon. He was big, and he was moving his tail, moving the car and everything. And my mother didn't see him, but my dad said, "Do you see that?" I said, "Yeah, I see him." And my sister, I don't know what she said. I think she fainted or something. I don't know. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. I forgot. But then um, I saw him talking, whispering to people, and that didn't see him. He was whispering in their ears, trying to tell them things, and he knew we could see him, and he was like, I don't know. We ended up going somewhere. It was like there was a lot of smog toward the end, and we ended up going to the smog, I think. It was like there was like the ends of the world. Like it was like there was like the world was flat and we was getting ready to go. That's because we were getting ready to go into smog. I mean fog, where you couldn't see anything in front of you, really. But we ended up back home, and everything was okay afterwards. But I forgot, that was years and years ago. I think my mother was pregnant, or maybe she had just had my brother. I don't know. I don't think my brother was born then. I don't think he was born. I'm not sure. But anyway, I wanted to say that that's what happened. I gave Rihanna my money. I gave her diamonds. She said she wanted my diamonds when she came she was in the colonoscopy operating room, and I was getting ready to go under, and she told me that she wanted my diamonds, and they got them. I gave her my diamonds. I told her she could have them, and she took them. And that was the ones that I had on me, because I have many diamonds other places, in the banks and on the field where I saw them in the first place, where Jehovah won't let nobody know where they are. They keep asking me, Desiree, where are the diamonds? They don't keep asking me here, but they've asked me in the other places I was in, Desiree, where are the diamonds? And I said, I don't know where they are. Jehovah didn't tell me where they were. I just saw them outside in a vision outside when I was down in Community Health Center. And then afterwards, the vision was gone and it was back to the way it was. The building was back to the way it was. And so I asked Jehovah to place the diamonds inside of me. He does that for me. And I asked him to don't let anybody tell him that he can't do it. Please don't let anybody do that. Don't let anybody steal what he gave to me. And because in Isaiah, I'll read to you Isaiah, which I think is to me. Isaiah chapter 54. Isaiah chapter 54. It says, shout joyfully, you barren woman who has not given birth. Become cheerful and cry out for joy, you who never had birth pains. For the sons of the desolate are the more numerous than the sons of the woman with a husband, says Jehovah. Make the place of your tent more spacious. Stretch out the tent cloths of your grand tabernacle. Do not hold back. Lengthen your tent cords and make your tent pins strong. And then it says on the other side, it says, for you will spread out to the right and to the left. Your offspring will take possession of nations, and they will inhabit the desolate city. Do not be afraid, for you will not be put to shame, and do not feel humiliated, for you will not be disappointed. For you will forget the shame of your youth, and the disgrace of your widowhood you will remember no more. For your grand maker is as your husband, Jehovah of Armies is his name, and the Holy One of Israel is your repurchaser. He will be called the God of the whole earth. For Jehovah called you as if you were an abandoned wife and grief-stricken, like a wife married in youth and then rejected, says your husband. For a brief moment I abandon you, but with great mercy I gather you back. I will gather you back. In a flood of indignation I hid my face from you for a moment, but with everlasting loyal love I will have mercy on you, says your repurchaser Jehovah. This is like the days of Noah to me. Just as I have sworn that the waters of Noah will no more cover the earth, so I swear that I will no more become indignant toward you or rebuke you. For the mountains may be removed and the hills may be shaken, but my loyal love will not be removed from you, nor will my covenant of peace be shaken, says Jehovah, the one having mercy on you. O afflicted woman, storm-tossed, uncomforted, I am laying your stones with hard mortar, and your foundation with sapphires. I will make your battlements of rubies, your gates of sparkling stones, and all your boundaries of precious stones. And all your sons will be taught by Jehovah, and the peace of your sons will be abundant. You will be firmly established in righteousness, and you will be far removed from oppression. You will feel nothing and have no cause for terror, for it will not come near you. If anyone should attack you, it will not be by my orders. Whoever makes an attack on you will fall because of you. Look, I myself created the craftsman who blows the charcoal fire, and his work produces a weapon. I myself also created the destructive man to bring ruin. No weapon formed against you will have any success, and you will condemn any tongue that rises up against you in the judgment. This is the heritage of the servants of Jehovah, and their righteousness is from me, declares Jehovah. So it's talking to more than one woman, but I when I started hearing that, I felt like he was talking to me. And I remember when I was a little girl, when I thought that I was anointed before my mother stumbled me, I felt that I was anointed. I was reading in the book. I was reading the Bible. I see the word "you" come out at me when it was talking to the anointed. I would see the word "you." It would come out at me. It was like you. It was come out the page and look at me. It would look at me. It was special. I looked at the word "you" when it was talking about anointed and the anointed, and I said, "Wow!" I said, "Desiree," I said, "Mom, I'm anointed," and something like that. And she said, I think she was ready to show me off then and say, "Yes, you are." But then she started getting jealous and she started saying, "No, Desiree, the anointed are not going to go to heaven in a twinkling of an eye. They're going to go into the earth." And she was telling me stuff about what she thought that wasn't what I had been taught. I had been taught that in a twinkling of an eye Jehovah would transform a mortal man into a immortal to an uncorruptible man, an uncorruptible spirit. And so, but this is for other people that have an earthly hope. It says, "Come, all you thirsty ones, come to the water. With no money, come buy and eat. Yes, come buy wine and drink milk and money and without money and without cost. Why do you keep paying out money for what is not bread? And why spend your earnings on for what brings no satisfaction? Listen intently to me and eat what is good, and you will find great delight in what is truly rich. Incline your ear and come to me. Listen, and you will keep alive, and I will readily make with you an everlasting covenant in harmony with the expressions of loyal love to David, which are faithful. Look, I made him a witness to the nations, and lender and commander to the nations. Look, you will call a nation that you do not know, and those of the nation whom have not known you will run to you. For the sake of Jehovah your God, the Holy One of Israel, because he will glorify you, search for Jehovah while he may be found. Call to him while he is near. Let the wicked man leave his way, and the evil man his thoughts. Let him return to Jehovah, who will have mercy on him, to our God, for he will forgive in a large way. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and my ways are not your ways. My ways declares, and your ways are not my ways, declares Jehovah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For just as the rain and the snow pour down from heaven and do not return there until they saturate the earth, making it produce and sprout, giving seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so my word that goes out of my mouth will be. It will not return to me without results. It will certainly accomplish whatever is my delight, and I will have sure success in what I send it to do. For you will go out with rejoicing, and in peace you will be brought back. The mountains and the hills will become cheerful because before you, and with a joyful cry, and the cheers of the field will all clap their hands. Will all clap their hands. Let me see. If there's any more to it. Just a little bit. It says, instead of thorn bushes, the Jupiter tree will grow, and instead of the stinging needle, the myrtle tree will grow, and it will bring fame to Jehovah, an everlasting sign that will never perish. So that's for those that have earthly hope. Right after the ones that talked about that have a heavenly hope, it talked about those that have an earthly hope. He loves those both. He loves both the earth and the heavens. He's going to take care of everyone. Everyone's going to be happy once he's gotten rid of the wicked and the wicked one, Satan, the devil, and the demons, and the wicked people. Once he's gotten rid of them, the earth is not going to have any more problems forever, he says. So Jehovah should know. He's never had a beginning. He'll never have an end. He's always been. He's from everlasting to everlasting. You are God. The Bible says it. Psalm chapter 90, verse 2. Part of it, anyway. Okay, so I just want to say that that's how I got my money, I think, because he knew that I had been given, when I was little, I used to try and give money to Michael. I used to pray for Michael to find money because I knew we had a child. It was little, and I knew we had a child, and they took him away from me. I didn't know what was going on. They wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't get in touch with me or nothing. But I used to run and see him on TV and run and see him all the time on TV. But that's also when he told me, when this guy came to me and told me that he was Michael and that he was going to fake his death, I started wondering, is this really Michael Jackson or not? He looked like he could have been Michael Jackson, but he sort of looked like my son too. I wasn't sure. But anyway, I don't even know who. I don't even know if what my dad did with those kids he took away from me, those children he took away from me. I tell you, my mother gave me her eggs, and one of the stars that is a star, and she said that she believes my mother is her mother. She wants my mother to be her mother more than she wants me to be her mother. I think because my mother is she figures my mother's strong and she has power and she likes that. A lot of people like that. But she's so evil to me. Anyway. My hair is messing up. Anyway. That's all I have to say right now. Bye.